Greetings, my friends. I'm here wanting to do some scouting. Spring is certainly in the air, and so I want to get out and see if I can discover if the local creeks that I like to fish, if they're in a good stable condition. We've had quite a bit of rain, so I'm kind of expecting them to be high and moving, but I want to see, are they clear and are they passable so that I can wade and go fishing. Might not do any fishing today. I might throw a little bit to see if I can maybe just catch one or two by surprise. But at this point in time, I'm going to go out and see if I can, find any good fishing holes or spots that I can get to hopefully sometime early this week. All right. One of the benefits of having people be at home, staying home and that kind of stuff, and protective, security, is that it gives us the ability to do something like this. So if I could take a couple days to go fishing, that will be wonderful to have some opportunity. We've been pretty busy at the Army, taking care of making sure we feed kids who are part of the school system, making sure that they don't lack the needed breakfast and hot lunch each day. And so we're part of that, but we're going to be trying to do everything on Monday. So Monday, the families will be given everything they need for their kids for the whole week. And that's going to mean that there's going to be time for me to kind of unload, debrief, and chill, and spend some time just enjoying nature and the beauty of it. So in anticipation of that and seeing some weather coming up. It's not going to be super high, but it'll be in the mid 50s to low 60s, and in the lows somewhere in the 40s. Should make some good fishing weather. So today my purpose is just to venture out and see if I can discover some places that I can target and get ready to go fishing to. All right, so come and join me and let's see what we can discover. This is a very good road to me and leads me to basically 3 of my favorite fishing spots that I like to head out and go to. So I'm gonna tune out for now. I'll bring you back in when I get to my first spot to see what does it look like. So take care and God bless. Well, my friends, I'm here at my first stop. It's my fishing hole number 2. And unfortunately right now it is just way too high. It's an absolute mess and would not be able to really have much enjoyment in the fishing. So I'm gonna have to forego this, it looks like, for probably a good week before this will come down to a level where I'll be able to come out here and go fishing. I'm just hoping it doesn't mess with the fish that are trying to spawn and do all the stuff that they need to do. All right, let's see if we can find another hole. Not sure if this is a normal flowing creek with normal depths and if there's fish in here, but I passed this by and wanted to just give it a few casts and see if I'm able to catch anything. So let's see what happens. Right, here I am, my friend. You didn't catch, but I was in the process of talking with a gentleman who I guess lived here, him and his son in this area. And he was sharing with me that his son often fishes this creek. Oftentimes you can wade through it. And he fishes it for primarily creek chubs and also for some bluegill. So I figured I'll give it a check and see if I can get a response by a bluegill or creek chub. My experience has taught me that if you can find a place where, particularly in the northern waters, where there are creek chubs, where there are bluegill, it's not unheard of that you would not be able to also catch a smallmouth bass. They tend to be a little smaller in nature and size compared to when they're in a lake, but nonetheless are still there and available. And I just happened to drive by this creek. I don't even know the name of it, don't see anything here telling me, but I figure it's at least worth a try to see if I can stumble upon a potential new fishing spot. The guy did share with me that the water was a little bit up compared to what normally would be flowing through here with all the recent rain. But I would think that would serve to assist and help fish in something small like this, because it's still pretty clear. And I did catch something. Let's see what it is. There it is. It's a creek chub. I was wondering what was in here. It feels pretty cold too, but not too bad of a creek chub. I'm sure if I took that out on the river somewhere fishing or whatever, a big old fish would eat that right up. So let's go out and see if we can get another one. Not 100% positive I'm gonna do anything with this tape, but I just wanted to give it a check and see if there was anything worth you know, sharing, revealing about this. But sometimes you find good spots by being willing to go to a place that you haven't been before and giving it a try and seeing if anything bites. Most of my good spots came because I was willing to take a chance on it and see if anything would hit and come after it. So I'll bring you back if I should catch another one. Finding something is nibbling right in this area. Let's see if I can coach it out. I can tell by looking up and in through the woods there that this channel probably opens up and has a few probably some real decent spots, and I wouldn't be surprised if there would be largemouth bass or smallmouth bass hanging out in this particular creek. They're not going to be of any great monster size, but I wouldn't be surprised if there are some just decent 12-inch 1-pounders in here that would just make for a real delightful fishing trip with an ultralight pull, where you're just going through and wading and seeing what you can catch. I got one. Let's see what this is. I think I might got me a huge creek chub. Or is that a catfish? Let me see. Yeah, that's a huge creek chub. That's the biggest creek chub I've ever seen. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, take a look at that size creek chub. That is huge. That's mammoth. But gonna put him back, or her back. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to make that drop so tough on you. Well, that was pretty cool. I'm here over at the school. Gonna see if I can catch maybe a fish or two. Oh man, just saw a snake. You see it right there? What a pretty little creature. You see it? Well, friends, I just noticed over here that there is a no fishing policy. I wasn't aware of it. That's why I came over here to find out. So in the good spirit of what I should do, I'm gonna reel in and cease fishing. I was not aware that this was a no fishing, no trespassing property. Belongs to the Upper Valley career center. So I'm gonna pull this in and head on my way out. But it was kind of cool. We did see that little snake, didn't we? I thought this might have been just a free pond to fish, but obviously it's not. And probably the big reason why they don't want you fishing there is because of the liability. If someone gets hurt, they don't want to be responsible for it. So I'm gonna head back to my vehicle. All right, here I am at a spot that I have never fished before. I'm not 100% sure if this is just a permissible part of the creek that you're allowed to get access to, or if this is a closed off, restricted, no one's allowed to have access. But I've driven by this a number of times, and I'm just a little curious if there should be any fish possibly hanging out here. I certainly would prefer to be checking this out when the water was definitely a lot less fluid as it is right now. There's definitely a strong current, and of course that current can certainly mess up your ability to catch fish. So let me get this tangle out. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but I just want to do a few and see if my suspicions were correct, that this is a place where there would be some nice fish. I know if I was a fish, I wouldn't be putting myself way out there. I'd be moving towards the current side, trying to see if I could stay within that area. But obviously where the water is slower is going to be the more attractive place for these fish to be